Hey guys, so there have been a ton of new Battlefield leaks from Tom Henderson over on Twitter lately. These actually came out a few days ago, but I was waiting to compile everything and see if we got any more confirmations. I'll have a link to his Twitter description below, so go check him out. So with that, let's get into it. The most important thing is the setting of the game will be in Japan, or at least a portion of it will anyways. He posted a link to Google Earth, and again, that will be in the description for you to check out. This drawing is what he has posted on Twitter along with that. This shows a portion of the map with several osprey heading to a missile launch site. His picture here has these labeled as jets, or planes rather, but he said on Twitter, osprey, later clarifying. There is no clarification on if this was for multiplayer or a single player shot he was allowed to see, but I'm definitely hoping to see Osprey in the multiplayer as a new vehicle. I think the more new vehicles and the more variety we get, the better for the game overall. Moving forward, we have an onboard POV drawing from what Tom again initially called a jet before asking his community and saying, quote, "This is definitely the perspective from an Apache," end quote. I think this looks more like the curved glass of the Viper, but that could just be the drawing not doing justice to what he saw. I would love to see the Apache, and if Osprey are being added, then that does mean at least one new helicopter, so the idea of the Apache being added as well doesn't seem as far-fetched if they are already doing a total overhaul. Apart from that, main takeaways are the storm coming in could be another form of levolution, like Paracel Storm's waves, for instance. I would not be surprised to see weather in the multiplayer at all. Weather being in the multiplayer for the next Battlefield, particularly a tornado or hurricane, would line up with another post from Tom where he talks about explosions being not the only way buildings can be destroyed, accompanied by pictures of a tsunami, tornado or hurricane, and a volcano. His drawing looks like a tornado, so tsunamis and maybe even volcanoes could be used as levolution in the next Battlefield as well. That isn't something that's completely implied or completely said by Tom. I'm just connecting the dots between his order post saying these can be used for destruction and this drawing from what he was allowed to see showing storms coming in. That being said, not too much else to glean from these pictures as far as how gameplay will be, except that you can see an ammo count on the bottom right, so limited ammo looks like it will still be a thing in some form. I'm hoping for limited ammo to work like it did in BF4 and not get even more restrictive than it was in Battlefield 5, but can't see enough from this drawing to tell yet. There's something to be said about the drawing showing what looks like a D-pad to swap ammo types potentially, but again, not much detail to work with from that. Other than that, there's what looks to be a mini map on the bottom left, but once again, no detail to it, and also nothing showing a flag or objective that we can dig into. To end this little news wrap up, Tom said, quote, "The trailer should be imminent now," end quote. So this may be our last news roundup until we get our first real trailer, which I'm sure we'll have lots to talk about. In the meantime, guys, subscribe if you like Battlefield content and want to keep up on the news. Check out the links in the description and give Tom a follow on Twitter. He's great for getting the latest leaks as soon as you can get them. And until next time, take care, guys.